Valorant Vandal skins ranked from worst to best, updated for May 2022. Now, at number 36 is the Electroflux Vandal. I mean, it's like no dot put into. I can name like 5 other skins that look similar to it. Number 35, the Tethered Realms Vandal. Really bad design. Even for a green screen skin, like it doesn't make it any more unique. Paying $17 for a skin that looks this ugly is kinda sad. Number 34, the .exe Vandal. I wish the glowy animation or the glowy design had like some animation or some, effects, because it's just some lines on a default Vandal. It's not anything special. Number 33, Avalanche. Again, really ugly. Just hard to look at. Even the animations could have been like done better, cause like I think the animations even make it worse. It's just so bad. 32, Depths Vandal. I mean, no need to explain, but I think it's definitely up there in terms of like the worst green screen skin. Next we have the Winter Wonderland Vandal, and it's a little bit better than the Depths, but it's still like really ugly. Finally, the Horizon, has a better design than those two, but still just boring. Like there's like 10 or 20 different bundles that have like this green screen effect, and it just gets boring. Number 29, we have the Prism, and yeah, really boring. Even like the different colorways, it's still like it's literally like just a color with some like little shiny effects on it. Gets boring really quickly. K-Tac Vandal, not that much different from the default. Still, even though it has some like angular features, you can kind of barely see them as well. Sylvanus at number 27, and badly designed knockoff of the Celestial Phantom. Not at all worth it. Even like the animations are so boring as well. Endeavor Vandal, I mean, it's like it has a solid design. It's just that something like the Aristocrat or the Lux just has a better design. It's not ugly by any means, just again, boring skin. Not that cool of a design, I guess. Next we have the paint Vandal. I mean, it's just paint. Not like ugly like the Electroflux, but still, even though like I know what they're trying to go for, it could have been done better, I guess. Next we have the Phoenix Vandal. I mean, like the design, I think the design's okay. It is pretty cool, but like the thing is, it's just messy. Like even if you did your best, any Phoenix design or any agent design on a skin just doesn't look good. I would rather have like Phoenix effects, for example, like an effect of fire, like that's kind of glowing on the Vandal, not just artwork with the Phoenix. I think that would look a lot better. Next we have the Ego. I mean, definitely a better designed Vandal that's like has the same shape as the default. Still though, and even though it's like one of the best design Vandals in terms of like just paint, it still can get boring even with like the 4 colorways. Next we have the Schema Vandal. I like the subtle animations. The gun feels kind of low key, not too flashy, but still has some animations on it. Overall okay for a Battle Pass Vandal. Next we have the Sakura. Again, like the design, like the idea of the design kind of limits the gun or the skin, but nonetheless they did a pretty good job executing the design, even though like the idea of the design, like let's say the Oni Phantom, like that's like a better executed idea, which is similar to the Sakura, but yeah, it's still pretty good. Next we have the Day of the Dead Vandal, and nothing much to say really. Really nice design. Love like the artwork and the color contrast rather than, let's say, the Phoenix Vandal or the Electroflux. It just looks not that much of an eyesore compared to those. The Teammates Vayna, it's okay. All the Teammates skins, I think I like more than any other like agent type skins, because at least it has like a different design that's also clean. Unlike the Phoenix Vandal, it just looks a lot messier compared to this, where it's like it has the theme of the agent rather than like just the agent painted on top of the skin. Next we have the Cavalier skin. I'm a big fan of these, especially for the battle pass. It's really good value. The attention to detail is pretty good as well, even though they're like trying to keep it simplistic at the same time. Definitely like cool textures, different textures at least. Not a lot of battle passes have like a different texture, and yet like this does it really well. Next we have the aristocrat. I think this one like one of the best design vandals that doesn't have any animations. Really clean looking as well. Yeah, nothing really much to say. It does get boring over time. Next we have the wasteland vandal. I wish it had like, I wish the parts were like more loose so that it could get this like feel that's like actually like made from a wasteland, but it's still a really good vandal. Next we have the Lux. Again, really well designed. Kind of keeping it clean while also adding some features that doesn't come out as too flashy or mess up the design a whole lot. Next we have the champion vandal. Pretty controversial since it's like limited, as well as you pay a lot for the skin as well. I'm pretty sure it's the most expensive vandal out there other than the elder flame, but yeah, the glowy effect really unique. Some other things that are cool are the kill animation, where you can stand and like the whole map turns into a different thing. It's like one of my favorite kill animations as well. Only problem, no reload animation, no pullout animation, just like a default vandal with those two unique really nice things and a paint job, and that's about it. So doesn't give you that like whole feel a skin of that price should give you, but it's still nonetheless top 20 skin. Next we have the Hive Mind Vandal. Cool design, really unique design. Like even though it doesn't like look as clean on the side at least, it gives you that feeling of like what a Reaver Vandal would give you, where it's like really precise or really solid, instead of like a green screen skin where it feels like, I don't know, it just feels like you don't aim that well with it because it's not like as solid. It's kind of hard to explain. Also goes with the Ruin Vandal as well. I actually like this solid design more than a lot of like the skins from the shop. I think the black and gold and red is like one of my favorite color combinations as well, in combo with just how like kind of luxurious it feels. Next we have the Bane skin. Overall like gives this feeling of like the Lux or the Ruin, which I just talked about, premium feeling. Even though like all those three skins don't have any animations, but yet they still feel like a high quality skin. It's hard to describe. Next we have the Forsaken, and we're starting to get to those skins that do have animations, which I definitely prioritize more. And Forsaken, for example, it has like doesn't really have a good reload animation in that, and I think that's what holds it back, or a sound effect too. But other than that, like the design itself is really nice. The inspect, the firing animation, I like the firing animation a lot, how it gives this glowy effect whenever you fire, which is kind of cool. Next is the like the SYS skin set from the new battle pass, and this skin really surprised me. I love the animations, I love the overall design of it. It is a really solid skin, but the animations make it look like there's different parts to the skin. Kind of reminds me of like a Protocol Phantom, where it's kind of held in place but still feels really solid. Next you have the Origin Vandal, and yeah, I mean the inspect is nice, everything else is just meh, right? Like the only really good part is the inspect, and that's what a lot of people use it for. But other than that, it just looks like a regular Vandal with some like circles on the side. Next is the Gaia's Vengeance Vandal, and kind of reminds me of like a Spline Phantom. I think the set is overall a little bit better than Spline. I think Spline, if you like more minimalistic things, you would like Spline. If you like a little bit more flashy, a little bit more animated things, then you would like Gaia's Vengeance. But overall, it does feel really nice to use. Next we have the Glitch Pop, and Glitch Pop Vandal, I rank it like a lot higher than like the Glitch Pop Phantom. It's just really bulky, makes you feel like, you know, you're using a machine gun, no matter like which colorway you use, like especially like the red and gold colorway. I love that colorway as well. Even though it does look really messy, and that's like the design that Riot was going towards anyways, and the sound effect emphasizes that as well, and it all comes together to this, you know, really loud, obnoxious glitch pop skin, which I really like. Next we have the Elder Flame, really probably like the best designed Vandal, just on design alone, not like sound, not feel, just design alone blows everything out the window, because it's like you can tell the animators really tried to perfect the skin. And I think this idea of like a dragon Vandal, like the dragon just eating your new magazine, yeah, it's just really well perfected. It's just that sound is really important to me, and this just doesn't give like a different feeling from the default Vandal sound effect, even though it does like have some, you know, dragony sound effect kind of in the background. It's just not all that different from, let's say, the Prime has on the default Vandal. Next we have the RGX, definitely one of my favorite sound effects coming out of a Vandal. Really futuristic, like there's hella upgrades on this as well. You can upgrade it to like 7 steps or 6 steps, but yeah, you can spend like 100 Radiant points on this or something. It's crazy, because there's just so many like details that you can upgrade, like let's say the reload animation, or the pull out animation, or the firing animation. There's like a lot going on, and you can see everything. Like you can see the system and how like the gun works inside the like this clear case, which I really like as well. Next we have the Reaver. I would say like I probably aim the best with Reaver and Prime, which is gonna be number 2 by the way. And Reaver is just, you know, really solid skin, not as like well designed as the Elder Flame, or not as well designed as the Sentinels of the Light, but this overall feeling, I think it all comes from just like the shape of the gun being so like angular and stuff. I feel like that's what makes me just want to tap heads with it. So number 2 we have the Prime Vandal, the best sound effect out of any Vandal. But for me, I think like the design just feels a little bit too bulky, even though like, yeah, it feels really nice, really clean and stuff, but yeah, it just feels kind of bulky. Like I like designs that are kind of similar to, let's say, the Gaia's Vengeance or the RGX, whereas really sharp, makes me want to like it just feels more precise. And at number 1 we have the Sentinels of the Light Vandal. You know, all around just really solid skin, great pullout's better than the Prime. The overall design is better than Prime. The colorways is a mix up, but yeah, it just doesn't feel like as bulky or heavy as the Prime, but it still feels super premium. Probably like the most premium feeling out of any Vandal. Also the colorways, I love the purple colorway as well, just really clean. Pullouts, probably like one of my favorite pullouts like in the game, other than the arcane pullout, which is only for the Sheriff, and the protocol pullout, which is also really cool. But yeah, overall just really solid skin. Only downside kind of is the sound effect, but like the sound effect I still like over most other Vandal sound effects. Like I like it over the Reaver or over the Elder Flame. That's the upgraded or the updated list for May 2022. Thanks for watching.